Namaste students. Today we are going to discuss about another topic which is related to geometry, congruence of triangles, chapter 7, congruence of triangles. As we see congruence of triangles, so today we are going to learn very important geometrical idea, congruence. In particular, you will study a lot about congruence of triangles. To understand this congruence of triangles very much, we turn into some activities. You can observe here Sir Srinivasa Ramanujan photos, frames are there. Both you observe clearly. What can you say about it? Yes, they both are same. They both are same. Appearance is same, as well as it may be the sizes are also same. Sizes are also same. And here you can see down two blades and biscuits. These are all. So they appear same. They appear same. So here, just now we observed Ramanujan photos, and these are all. This relation to objects being congruent is called congruence. For the present, we will deal with the plane figures only. Although congruence is a general idea applicable to them, dimensionals, three-dimensional also. So we will try to let precise meaning of the congruence rule. See here you can observe that congruence of plane figures. Both the figures have the same shape and size. They have same shape and size. So you can see if the figure is congruent, when we superpose, like placing one upon the other, then we can say that the congruent symbol we write F1 is congruent to F2. See the two line segments AB and CD. AB line segment and CD line segment, they both are congruent. The lengths must be same. The lengths must be same, whereas PQ and RS, they are not same. They are not same. So for that, what can you say? Two lines. If two line segments have same, that is equal length, then they are congruent. Also, if two line segments are congruent, then they have same length. Here clearly you can observe it. That is, two line segments, when do they congruent? If the length of the line segments is same. So here you can see the congruent symbol clearly. Line AB segment is congruent to line CD, that line segment. Now congruence of angles. So congruence of angles means the measure of the angles must be same. The measure of the angles must be same. Measure of the angles. Then we can say that the two angles are congruent. So two angles have the same measures, they are congruent. Also, if two angles are congruent, their measures are same. When we talk about the congruence of triangles, similarly, you see here, two triangles are congruent if their copies each other, and when they superpose, they cover each other exactly. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR, if you observe, when you superpose, when you place one upon the other, every corner, every side will be occupied by the other. So we cannot identify whether there is one triangle or two triangles are there. So now we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So here corresponding vertices will be there when the two triangles are congruent. Corresponding vertices A and P, B and Q, C and R. Similarly, corresponding sides AB, PQ, AB and PQ, BC and QR, AC and PR. Corresponding angles A and P, B and Q, C and R. When you superpose one triangle the other, the vertices will coincide each other. You observe this example. Triangle ABC and triangle PQ are congruent under the correspondence of ABC correspondence to RQP. See clearly observe ABC correspondence to RQP. That means ABC or PQ. Naming is very important. Vertex A and R, vertex B and Q, vertex C and P, they are coinciding each other when we superpose one upon the other. So corresponding side of PQ is CB, corresponding angle of Q is angle B, corresponding side of RP is AC. So like that the sides we will corresponding each other. Here even we can see two coins. 5 rupee coins will be congruent to each other. So congruence of simple geometrical shapes it is when you superpose one upon the other, they exactly occupy the same copy of it. Congruence of circles also you can observe. Two circles are congruent if their radii are equal. You can observe two circles are congruent if the radii are equal. Now we will see congruence criteria for triangles. So in that SSS congruence criterion, if under a given correspondence the three sides of one triangle are equal to three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. You can observe the figure triangle ABC and triangle PQR and ABC. So AB length is equals to PR length, which is 1.5 centimeter, 3.5 centimeter sorry, and BC length is equals to PQ length, which is 7.1 centimeter, and similarly AC length is equals to QR length 5 centimeter. So when you superpose one triangle on the other, then they both each corner will occupy under the correspondence. Vertex A correspondence to vertex R, vertex B correspondence to P, vertex C correspondence to Q. So therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RPQ by SSS congruence criteria. Now here you can see SAS congruence criterion. If under correspondence two sides and the angle included between them, the triangle are equal to corresponding sides and the angle included between them of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent under SAS. You see here triangle ABC and triangle DEF, the measures are given. Let us go through the example. Observe the diagram, figure 7.20, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Clearly you see AB length is equals to DE length, AB length is equals to EF length, that is 7 centimeters, and angle E is equals to angle B, which is 50 degrees, and BC is equals to DE, which is 5 centimeter. So the angle which we are talking about, here you see the angle included between the two equal sides, 7 and 7 and 5 and 5. So the angle is included between the equal sides. Then we say that under the correspondence, you see here, you can see clearly figure 7.20 we are talking about. So now the solution here, AB is equals to EF, which is 7 centimeters. BC is equals to DE, which is 5 centimeter. Angle B and E are included between them, which is 50 degrees. So correspondence A correspondence to F, B correspondence to E, C correspondence to D. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED by SAS congruence rule. Now see figure 7.21. Here we have AB length is 4.5 centimeter and DF length is 4.5 centimeter. And AC length is given as 4 centimeter, and we have two sides here 4 centimeter, and angle 60 degrees and angle 55 degrees. So angles are not same, so they are not congruent. As angle is not same. more example. In figure 7.23, AB is equals to AC and AD is the bisector of angle BAC. Bisector means which divides into two equal parts. So AD is dividing the complete angle A into two equal parts. State pairs of equal pairs of in triangle ADB and ADC. Is ADB is congruent to ADC? Give reason. Is B is equals to C? Give reason. So if we compare those two triangles ADB and ADC, one is AB is equals to AC. He marked with the small lines which shows that, and angle BAD is equals to angle CAD because AD is the bisector which divides into two equal parts, and AD is the common side for both the triangles. So by SAS congruence rule, we can say that triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. And what he asked, why angle B and angle C are equal? Angle B and angle C are equal corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now let us go through ASA congruence criteria. If under correspondence two angles on the included side of a triangle are equal to two corresponding angles on the included side of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. The two triangles are congruent. This is ASA congruence rule. You can observe this diagram. Triangle ABC, triangle ABC and triangle FED. Triangle ABC and triangle FED. AB is equals to EF 3.5 centimeter, which is in between, and angle A is equals to angle F. Angle A is equals to angle F. Angle B is equals to angle E. 60 degrees, 60 degrees. So under the correspondence, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED by ASA because the side is included between the two angles. Here you can see example. In figure 12.29, AB is equals to AD and angle BAC is equals to angle DAC. The third pair of correspondence you have to find out, and triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC by SAS. You can observe this example. Let us see RHS congruence rule. If under a correspondence the hypotenuse and one side of a right angle triangle respectively equal to the hypotenuse and one side of another right angle triangle, then the triangles are congruent under RHS criteria. Under RHS criteria. You see in triangle ABC and triangle RPQ, you observe it, ABC and RPQ. AB length is equals to RP length, which is 3 centimeters, and angle B is equals to angle P, which is 90 degrees. Opposite to 90 degrees we call it as hypotenuse. So in first triangle AB, see triangle hypotenuse is AC, and second triangle hypotenuse is RP 8 centimeters, and another one more side which is AB is equals to RP, which is 3 centimeter. So therefore the two triangles are congruent. Therefore the two triangles are congruent by the criteria RHS rule. Similarly, you can see this figure. Second figure 7.30, second figure. Here angle A is equals to angle Q, that is 90 degrees right angle. AC, side AC is equals to side PQ, side AC is equals to side PQ, and the hypotenuse you observe it, they are not same. So BQ, BC and PR, they are not same. That's why these two triangles are not congruent. So here we come to this recap of this. Two figures are said to be congruent if they have same shape and size. Two line segments are congruent if they have the same length. Two angles are congruent if they have the same measure. Two rectangles are congruent if they have the same length and breadth. Two squares are congruent if they have the same sides of length. Two circles are congruent if they have same radius. Two triangles are congruent if all the 6 pairs of one triangle and respectively equal to the corresponding parts of the other. So for that we have the criteria: SSS criteria, side, SAS criteria, side angle side, ASA criteria, angle side angle, and last one RHS criteria, right angle, hypotenuse and side. So like this we will identify the congruence criteria about triangles. Thank you.